Monuments memorials that our third grade challenge class has been working on. For those parents that are here, I'm Mr. Rocky. If you didn't know who I was, I guess the last time would be the best time to introduce myself, considering I skipped that the first 2 times. And so these students had a list of U.S. national monuments, memorials that they could pick from. We thought that'd be a good topic this year. And then some of them weren't satisfied with the list, so they picked some on their own. I'm not offended by that, because I think that shows the character of our kids and how they're constantly curious. And so they did some research, and they put together a PowerPoint slide, and now we put that together into a show, and they're going to share that with you today. So this is our last show of the day. And so they've had a little bit of practice at doing this. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Camille here, who's going to read our introduction and get us started.
Welcome to our presentation about U.S. monuments and memorials. We created this show using a computer program called PowerPoint. Each of us will be reading the screens that we researched and created. We hope that you enjoy our show.
The Antioch. The Antioch is 3,700 years old and 6 miles wide. The Antioch is an active volcano. It is located in Alaska on the Aleutian Range. The Arch. The structure was built as a monument to Thomas Jefferson. It is 630 feet, 63 stories, 192 meters. The span is 630 feet at ground level.
Aztec ruins. It was destroyed, but now they are trying to keep it safe so others can see it. On the northeast of the ruins, there is a weird form of walls that they made by hand. The ruins of a town that took at least a century to build.
Devil's Tower. It is near the Black Hills in Wyoming. It is 1,114 feet or 1,559 meters tall, declared First National Monument by Theodore Roosevelt.
Flight 93 Memorial. Flight 93 crashed on September 11, 2001 in an open field near Shadesville, Pennsylvania. The Flight 93 Memorial is still under construction and in fundraising. Over 1 million people have visited the memorial since 2001.
Fort McHenry. It is located in Baltimore, Maryland. The flag there was 38 feet long and 42 inches wide. They defended when the British attacked Baltimore Harbor.
Fort Sumter. This is where the Civil War started on April 12, 1861. It is located at the Charleston Harbor in South Carolina. There is over 200 acres of Civil War history. Fort Union. New Mexico became a United States territory after the U.S.-Mexican War. The community of Loma Pandra, a few miles from Fort Union, was a favorite hangout for soldiers. Fort Union is exposed to the wind and is on a prairie.
George Washington birthplace. George Washington was born in 1732. The birthplace house no longer stands. His half-brother, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather lie in the family burial ground nearby.
George Washington Carver Monument. It is located in Newton County, Missouri, USA. The George Washington Carver Monument is a memorial to George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver made tons of products out of peanuts. Grand Canyon. It took 3 to 6 million years to form. It is the largest canyon in the world. The Grand Canyon was formed by the Colorado River. Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad. People escaped to northern states. The National Monument is located in Maryland. The Underground Railroad was a secret network of routes and safe houses. Jewel Cave. Jewel Cave is the third longest cave in the world. It has real jewels in the cave. 2 men found it near the Black Hills in the 1900s.
Lincoln Memorial. The memorial has been the site of many famous speeches. The building is in the form of the Greek Doric Temple. The first public memorial to Abraham Lincoln in Washington, D.C. was a statue by Lot Flaherty.
deepest point on Earth at 6.8 miles at the deepest. The Marianas Trench was proclaimed a national monument January 6, 2009.
Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial is located in West Potomac Park in Washington, D.C. The National Memorial is America's 395th unit in the National Park of Service. Martin Luther King Jr.'s memorial was opened on October 16, 2011, and it is 30 feet tall.
Montezuma Castle. Montezuma Castle is made of mud and stone. It's 5 stories tall and reinforced by branches, and it was built by the pre-Columbian Sinuan.
Mount Rushmore. The people on the Mount Rushmore are George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abe Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt. It took 14 years to build Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is located in South Dakota.
Mount St. Helens. It had a massive eruption May 18, 1980 at 8:32 a.m. It was the most deadly eruption in USA history. It could be seen from Portland, Oregon, 50 miles away.
Natural bridges. Southeast Utah features the second largest natural bridge in the world. National Park collapsed in a few places. It was recorded by a tourist. The natural bridge is formed by erosion.
Rainbow Bridge Monument. Found in Utah on the Coronado Plateau, it is often described as the tallest bridge. It is 290 feet tall and 33 feet wide. It is made from sandstone and is a natural bridge.
Statue of Liberty. It is located on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. It is a gift from France because they signed the American Declaration of Independence. A chain still lays at her feet.
Thomas Jefferson Memorial. The architect of Thomas Jefferson Memorial is John Russell Pope. Jefferson Memorial is a national mall in Washington, D.C. It was opened April 13, 1943.
Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It is located in Washington, D.C. It honors U.S. service members who fought in the Vietnam War. The wall was completed in late October and dedicated on November 13, 1982.
The Washington Monument. The Washington Monument is 555 feet high. The Washington Monument survived an earthquake. In Washington, no building is allowed to be taller than the Washington Monument.
The World War II Memorial honors 16 men who served in the armed forces of the U.S. It's located on 17th Street between the Constitution and the Independence Avenues. It took 2 years and 8 months to build.
World War II Whaler in the Pacific. The monument was created December 6, 2008. Arizona, Utah, and Oklahoma wreckage are not actually parts of it. It encompasses 9 sites in 3 states, totaling 6,310 acres.
Okay, let's give these students a hand, please. Okay, that was our last show for today. I'm very proud of how our challenge students did, and they did a wonderful job in all 3 presentations today, and I think they learned a lot about presenting and about their sites and about doing research, and so I'm proud of them. And I'm also proud of this group of 3rd graders in front of me here who did an awesome job and were a great audience, and I thank you very much for that because that really helped our students out too. And I want to thank all you parents for coming and supporting our students today and finishing up our challenge year. And like I said, I'm very proud of this group. They did a great job, and I look forward to seeing how they continue to grow. So thank you all very much for coming, and I'm going to release you to your teachers now. Thank you.